DaVinci Resolve 18.1 makes it all the more easier to edit to the beat. I'm gonna go here into my media pool and bring this song down to my audio track 1. I'm gonna close the media pool, and then I'm gonna take my audio track into Fairlight. Now within Fairlight, I'm gonna go here to where you see the timeline viewer. I'm gonna click on this little grid next to it. This is new. These features only work on the Fairlight page. I'm not sure if they're studio exclusive or not. If you would, please, anyone, drop a comment down below, let me know. But I'll also show you how you can take what you set up here in the Fairlight page back into the edit page. So you're gonna click on the grid. Here you're gonna go ahead and to cut the grid on. You'll see all these little lines. And then here you're gonna turn on snap to grid. You get the time scale stopwatch, but we wanna go with the musical note. Go here and select the tempo. Resolution is by default is at 1/4 note, and time signature is 4x4. That's pretty much the standard practice when it comes to music. When it comes to your tempo, if you download from something like Artlist, it will actually show you the tempo of your song. So if I click on here, go into the song, my beat per minute is 143. I just want to type that into the tempo and the grid settings. So go in here into tempo, I'm gonna highlight the 120. Just type in 143, hit enter. Once you do that, the grid lines will then adjust themselves to 143 beats per minute. So you hold Alt on the keyboard and stretch it out. Also, you can hold Shift and scroll up on the mouse wheel. You can actually see your audio lines, and you can actually click on these individual markers here to snap to the grid. You can slide the playhead, but it won't actually like lock in place, so you come out better just clicking on it to move your playhead. Now, if you don't know the beats per minute of your song, you can go in here and place your playhead where you want to start tracking the beat, and hit I on your keyboard to set an endpoint, and go further into your song. Hit O to set an out point. Then you're gonna move your playhead back to the beginning, back to your endpoint. Once you've done that, you're gonna go up here to this little grid above your green bar here, right click, and then go down to set tempo grid beats per minute. As for number of bars, you can leave it at 4. It's pretty much standard practice. Then you can also select start from playhead, which will start from the beginning where you set it at. Then click set tempo. It will then go through and adjust your grid to the beats per minute of your song. Now, how accurate it is, I'm not sure, just kind of playing around with it. Now, the auto detect feature doesn't seem to pick up that well. I've seen it pick up a couple of songs, but if you go back here to the grid, it actually says the tempo is 19.772, which we know for a fact that this song tempo is actually 143. So it actually stretched it out too far. I think it kind of depends on the tempo of the song. Maybe if it had a slower beat, maybe it'd be able to pick up better. I'm not 100% sure. The feature is still new. Okay, so I have my grid reset at 143. Now, if I go back into the edit page, can't see none of that. Like I said, it only works in the Fairlight page. But go back into Fairlight. Each one of the little markers, the grid here, click on it to snap to the grid, and then you can hit simply highlight the audio and then hit M on your keyboard. It will place a marker on the song. I'm gonna go the thicker lines. I think are like the hi-hats or maybe the bass lines, one or the other. But it's pretty much a heavier transition. So I'm basically gonna click on those. And that's where I want my beat change to take place. Well, my transitions to take place in between the clips. Now back in my edit page, I have my markers on the clip. Kind of play it through. Now back on the edit page, I'm gonna hold Alt to stretch out my timeline. And I'm gonna take a look here, and I'm gonna play the song to try to see how well the markers line up. And from what I can tell, it lines up pretty good. Grid feature kind of takes out some of the guesswork of setting the markers yourself, instead of you having to play the song back and then set your markers. You just set them up to the grid. All right, now I got some random clips. As long as you have snapping on here, which is a little magnetic tool, any clip you place in your timeline will actually snap, giving you the little line there to actually indicate the clip is meeting with the marker. Then I'll just go to the next marker. I'll split that clip and then just bring in another clip. And then just repeat the process. Now I got my clip set up on timeline. I'm gonna play it back. I'm not sure if this is a studio only feature. If someone would, please comment down below to let me know whether or not it's available in the free version. And other than that, that's been the video. Remember to hit the like button if you got any value out of today's video, and subscribe to the channel for future content.